Well, hello, Secret Tiki Escapes friends and family. We are excited to be starting off with Season 2. This episode, anyhow, is going to be a little different than some of the previous ones because in this episode, Lola and I are introducing our own personal home tiki bar. And right now, I am standing outside of our home tiki bar here in the entryway. This is the breezeway. We're just about done with this. It's a project in the works, and in the meantime, we're going to be heading inside where Sveinn from Sveinn Photography and Ray from Tiki With Ray are joining us for an awesome episode. So check it out, follow us inside.
Are we starting?
Yeah, we're about to start, yeah.
Okay.
I'm just kind of...
I should not.
Just kind of feeling out the angles and... you're fine where you are, man.
Hi everyone, we are in another episode of Secret Tiki Escapes, and this time we are actually in the hosts of Secret Tiki Escape, Duke and Lola.
Yeah.
What is the name of your bar? What's the name of the place?
Our bar is the Atomic Bikini Grotto.
Atomic Bikini Grotto.
Atomic Bikini Grotto.
I really like the shoulder. When you
you need to...
Lola's very demonstrative.
You're very, that's from yoga, right?
Bikini Grotto. Yes.
That's from, you get that from your yoga thing.
That's a yoga posture.
So, this is my first time down here, and I've been to your place before.
No, first time to the new bar. But
First time to the new bar.
You've been in this room before.
But before I came down, it was with the elephant's...
The elephant's head.
The elephant's head, and it was definitely a different theme going on.
Yes.
It was.
In fact, the bar was like over there. It was, I think the aluminum, that was not even painted, was it? Was it silver?
It was steel, and it was a different bar. That bar is actually in the outside tiki bar that we're working on now.
Yeah.
And that corner of the room was tiki.
Yeah.
And the rest of the room was more an eclectic mix of which was what I was originally going for, like 1890s African adventure, you know, kind of Indian Ocean kind of a thing. And the tiki kept growing and multiplying in the corner until it slowly...
We kept finding
It's like we were like festering in the corner.
Yeah.
Until then,
It's like, I want more! Give me more of your room!
And it's based on the atomic age.
Yes.
Bikini Island Atoll, where they tested all the nuclear weapons. And the grotto is because of all of the turquoise on the ceiling.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah. All this art was found in different antique stores around Greater Oregon, outside the Portland area. This carved boat was found in Florence, Oregon at an antique store. I loved it. Thought it was just pretty cool. This is crazy. This is from an antique store mall that I've been to, I don't even know, 40, 50 times. And every time I'm always looking for some of this specific style of velvet painting. So hard to find, especially in Oregon. And I finally, for the first time ever, asked them, can I use your restroom? And that was hanging above the restroom in the back of the store.
Wow.
And I had to go ask the guy, how much for the velvet painting? He goes, the one above the restroom? You want it? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, $20. And I'm all like, mine.
And they're thinking like, we're getting a steal with this one.
Yeah. He was like, you want a velvet painting? I'm like, that is just amazing. So,
Well, more importantly, what's the story with the jacket there that's on the wall?
the jacket. So this is my grandfather's jacket, Weldon Miller, who was in World War II.
Wow.
And he was Army Air Corps. He made it back. About 80% of his squadron did not. They flew medium-level bombers out of England. So while it's not South Pacific, like he didn't fight in the Pacific War, it's the right era. It means a lot to me, and so I have it in here.
Wow.
Became, like you said, like an average bar, and then they had the elephant's head with the pith helmet on it, and we didn't call it the elephant's head. Our friends did. Like, we just kept having parties at our house, and they would all wanted to always get selfies with the elephant with the pith helmet on it.
The thing I noticed about like building a home tiki bar is just exactly what you were saying. Like, okay, your original idea is you wanted to do this like late 1800s African jungle little adventure thing. Okay, well, good luck trying to find any kind of decor that you.
And that's really what I started running into when we started actively going after like tiki stuff at the antique stores. Like all over like the state.
It became difficult because it is much more prevalent, but there are more people who want tiki, and so it's like you gotta really treasure hunt. And we found some great things, but
and it's like it's that classic story of like when you want it, you can't find it, and when you don't want it, you can. And so now for like the last 2 years, we've been actively looking for tiki stuff, and everywhere I go, it's African warrior masks and spears and shields.
And now you're finding all this stuff that would have been nice.
Like all this stuff, and it's like a dime a dozen everywhere I've gone, and yet I'm like, man, I'm just looking for some vintage tiki stuff. You know, I don't want some clown tikis from Walmart. I want like some vintage tiki stuff. Some, you know what I mean? And so, yeah, I mean, and so it took us about 3 years to find almost all the major pieces that go in this room.
See, and you know, a little bit of light on your face. So, how did you come up with the name Lola BossaNova?
Oh, well, first I have to tell you, one of my beliefs is that we all have an alter ego. Not everybody has embraced it yet, but it's out there. So before we started doing rockabilly stuff, before we started our YouTube channel, we would go bowling, and I was Lola. So that I've been Lola for a long time. And then when I go to coffee shops, I'm Lola. When I go to restaurants, I'm Lola. I get to put my name on the list. So I loved that name already. It was already part of who I am. And then I love bossa nova music, so I started a blog a long time ago, and it was my BossaNova Life, and then it just kind of evolved to Lola BossaNova.
Hey guys, I'm Sveinn with Sveinn Photography, and I'm here with Lola BossaNova.
Hello.
So today we're going to talk about you.
So weird.
And yeah, I know. Bizarre. Talk about you today, and how you got into this whole crazy scene.
Okay.
So what do you find so interesting about pinup?
I love capturing a time and a place that is not part of the everyday life, and so that's one of the things that I appreciate about pinup, just being able to see these women who are empowered to do what they love to do, and then to make it their own, like find their own quirk, find their own scene. You know, you can be 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, you know, whatever.
Which like decade is your favorite?
60s.
Is it for
like
real?
Big bangs, thumped up hair. Yeah, I like.
That's awesome.
Early 60s was my favorite.
Which light is this? So you had mentioned that you really like bossa nova music. So what are some of your favorite artists in the bossa nova genre?
I like, it's very, very, everybody says it, but I love Girl from Ipanema, and I love whenever anybody does it, because everybody does it, and I just, Frank Sinatra when he does it, it's always great. So
that's very cool. So this home bar, which is really lovely.
Thank you.
So what made you guys want to take this entire shack and turn it into a tiki bar?
Well, we've loved tiki bars for so long, and we started slowly collecting things from all over, just here or there, and you need a place to display all that stuff. So we like to putter around antique stores on our time off, and we started pulling together kind of a collection, and so then we had to find a place to showcase it and to just hang out. Like, we love to spend time out here. And we really tried to capture more of like a 60s vibe. So we have the turquoise and the brown.
Yeah, I like the turquoise. Yeah, I love turquoise.
Thank you. Yeah.
Do you remember when you got your first tiki mug?
I'm trying to remember. No, I don't remember what it was. Well, no, I don't remember what it was. I remember the first one that I was excited about.
Well, tell me about that one.
Okay.
It's the green one.
It's the green one. I got a little green one. A little green one looks like a Martian.
It's tiki or monk?
Monk tiki.
Monk tiki.
Yes. And he has a cute little butt. Like, they put a lot of detail into it. So I like his cute little butt.
Cute little
yeah,
butt.
yeah. I like that.
The whole artwork on it, the minute I saw it, I was like, I need to get this framed because it matches the turquoise ceiling.
Yes.
The whole under the sea theme of our bar, and I just love Johnny Quest and Jacques Cousteau kind of stuff. So the whole thing was like 1964, 1962, which is our era.
Yeah.
So yeah, and what's cool about this, and I found it on Amazon, is literally this is a frame that you can get where you can actually open it up and
Oh, nice.
take it in and out. You can change the records in and out. So if I do, I've got I've got a couple hundred other Tiki records I can put in there. So yeah.
So look at that. You have a Don Fraser print over here.
I do.
What's the
Of
story?
course. Well, we love Don Fraser. So we went and interviewed Don Fraser, saw Don Fraser, knew Don Fraser, and so yeah, hit her up. I was like, hey, I gotta get some of your art. That's really all there is to that. That's a no-brainer. You gotta have some, So it's like I got some big toe over here with of course Lola's demise or decision here. Well, it's one of the more famous pictures. The minute I saw this picture, I was like, how does Tom Laura, aka Big Toe, know that Lola looks like that? Because that's what Lola looks like. We already know it. And that's what I feel like when we're in the tiki bar. I'm the big fat tiki guy leering at her. So. I think the things that we love the most about home tiki bars is that you have a place to escape to inside of your own home. I mean, it's just like, why do people have hot tubs? Why do people have...
Just the perverts.
Like, maybe.
Have you ever known someone who had a hot tub that wasn't perverted?
Yeah. But the whole tiki bar is like, it's like a way for you to literally go home, and some people want to go sit in front of their TV set and just stare at Netflix all night and grind TV.
Not that that's bad.
They're like,
but...
binge watching Netflix. I'm like, neat. I'm like, I would rather have my own spot to go out here and, and you don't have to necessarily be drinking tiki drinks. You're sitting inside of your space. You could be reading a book. You could be listening to your music. You could be spinning some vinyl records.
We spin some vinyl quite often, where it's just us listening to music.
Well, here's an interesting thing. You're bringing up a good point. I remember supposedly after World War II, when people were buying their own homes for the first time, they wanted to show off their homes. So what was very, very popular were having cocktail parties and having like backyard luau's.
Yeah.
The idea is like, hey everyone, come over to our house, to show off the house. But like, what I'm hoping or what maybe could happen is like maybe that could go back where people are like, well, why bother going downtown, trying to find parking to go into some loud bar and pay a lot of money for some cocktails when like, hey, why don't we just walk over to my place? We'll hang out our tiki bar. We'll make drinks.
And in all honesty, we've done that for years. We've done that since we had the Elvis head. Like, we have an annual end of summer party every year at our house. This will be our 12th year.
We like to have Cinco de Mayo party.
Yeah,
and...
she does what's called Cinco de every month, which is funny.
It doesn't work out that often.
We do like 4 or 5 times a year. We have a party with like 20, 30 friends over because it's like, hey, we can all bring our food. It's good old school potluck style. We can all get dressed up on some silly theme that we pick. We all bring our own alcohol and everything like that, and we spend a lot less money.
Yeah.
And we don't have to worry about like dealing with like kids crying in the corner, or the server not bringing us our food on time, or somebody ignoring our drink order.
There's a certain amount of social gatherings that I think people miss because we don't do it a whole lot as a society. So
I think there's going to be a turn to that.
A resurgence.
Because we're at a point now where people are very, very isolated. Just like you're saying, you're playing your video games, but you're talking to people online. But there's nothing better than like a person-to-person, actual in-person
over a fire pit or whatever.
And it's very, very weird at this point in the game to be like, hey, want to hang out tonight? With your friends. What you doing? Can I come over and chill? You don't do that.
I can play.
But it's like...
But you can hit them up and be like, hey man, I'm having a get-together at my tiki bar. Come hang out at my house.
I'll make you a drink. Come over.
Yeah, free drinks, baby. On me. Because that's called adulting.
Or just
You cover
say,
your
or
butt.
just
That's free drinks is equals adulting.
adult, yeah.
That's
You're
the
like,
Bossa.
I can take care.
That is the BossaNova Life way.
I got you taken care of, brother.
So BossaNova, you like BossaNova?
Oh, I love bossa nova. It's one of my favorite types of music.
What's your favorite artist?
Slayer.
Slayer.
Yeah.
Slayer and a Nova. Slayer and Nova.
Slayer and a Nova.
Bossa Slayer.
Duke, what are your favorite parts about home tiki bars?
Oh, I didn't see you there.
We'll just do 11 minutes of me just doing stupid bullshit like this.
We'll be like,
All right, let's work on getting this video demonetized. Let's go.
Well, thank you for watching our video. Do you like classic cars and rockabilly?
what about pinup and burlesque?
What about those things? How about tiki culture and mid-century modern?
Atomic culture.
All of those things can be yours. Just click like and subscribe right there. Do it. Right there.